have those dreams at night when you're sleeping and you're having a nightmare and you think you're out of the nightmare, like you wake yourself up, it's like, oh, I'm still in bed. And then you feel like you can't move, like you're paralyzed in fear. And then you realize you're dreaming about thinking that you're in bed, and then the nightmare is still going on, and you wake up like terrified. Wes Craven made a movie about a guy who kills you in nightmares. So that doesn't freak me out anymore, then I don't know what will. Here's my review of Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, the original, the best one. Roll the intro. Nerdy News Now! Hello once again, people of the internet. Time for your dose of me, AI. It's time for a movie review of Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to tell you the good, I'm going to tell you the bad. So let's get started with the good. What I really love about this movie is the atmosphere that it brings to horror movies. Yes, this was made back in the 70s and the 80s, I understand that. But even at that time, horror was still kind of cheesy, if you will. You know, like, it's like, oh, the murderer's going to come to get you. Oh, don't hide in the forest. Or, oh, don't go into the house, you know, because he's gonna get you. What's different about this movie is the fact that Freddy, who's of course the main bad guy, as you know, can get you in your dreams. And that's kind of terrifying, even like the age that we live in now. It's everything social media, you know, like, oh, we've seen every like horror cliche and stuff like that. But the fact that dreams affect you so much, because like you need to sleep. That's like a scientific fact. Like, I'm not going to get into science here, obviously, but the fact that Freddy Krueger is always a threat in this universe is just, it's so fascinating, so interesting, because like I said, you're never safe. What I love about this movie, you're never safe. Like, even with my favorite franchise, which is Friday the 13th in horror, you could sometimes feel safe, you know, like if you get far away enough from Jason and stuff like that, you kind of feel like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. But with Freddy, like, like I said, you have to sleep. It's essential. Like, how many times have, like, you fallen asleep and you didn't realize you fall asleep and you still think, like, you're watching television and stuff like that, and you wake up and you're all groggy, it's like, oh, like, you don't remember falling asleep. And that's what this movie does. It actually takes that concept of these characters might fall asleep and you don't know it, but that's the best thing I love about this movie is the atmosphere and how it's filmed. The fact that you have these characters sleeping, you know, like sleeping all or whatever, and all of a sudden like something creepy from like Freddy's claw comes and it's like, or whatever it does. You know, it's a good atmosphere, and the fact that Freddy is such a different serial killer makes him unique. That the fact that he doesn't like go around and like stalks around or something like that. It's the fact that he toys with every victim, with every girl he kills, with every guy he kills. Freaking Johnny Depp's character, again, it looks like he's awake, he's actually sleeping, gets pulled into his bed and just like swoosh of blood. I'm gonna put in the annotations here like how much blood was used in that scene, because it was a ridiculous amount of blood. Oh, it was crazy. And the fact the opening scene just proves what kind of killer Freddy is. He's the kind of killer that, like I said, he's going to toy with you before he kills you. The fact that the first shot you see of Freddy is not even him normal standing around or like mocking someone. It's him just like dragging his long ass arms across the fence. You know, again, just like taunting, and like the fact that you can't stop him, it's a scary thought. Like, at least with like Jason and Michael, you could like shoot him a few times or knock him out or like somehow lock them up, you know, gives you a sense of somewhat safety. With Freddy, you can't kill him. It's a fact. Yes, they figured out at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, if I take him, you know, from the dream world to the real world, we could stop him. Well, yeah, spoilers, it doesn't work. He just somehow comes back, some supernatural phenomenon bullshit. Love it, though. Here's the bad. There's not much bad I could say about this movie due to the fact that it's not a bad movie. It is a really good movie just in general. Yes, it's a horror, so yes, it's cheesy. That's probably the bad thing about it. It's a cheesy horror movie. You get, oh, let's get a bunch of teenagers, have them do, like, sex, drugs, and whatever else, and then have some guy who kills them in his dreams. Yes, that's the cheesy part about it, but it's not essentially a bad thing, because that's what makes this movie so great, like I said, the fact of how he kills them. The other bad about this movie is that it does stretch a bit. It does feel like it does go a bit long, and maybe cut out a couple scenes or shorten down scenes. Like the ending, it felt like took at least 20 minutes because it took all the planning and all the strategizing. And like, all right, let's move it along here. Let's finish this up. It's like, oh, come on, you know. Finish off this review. I'm gonna give Nightmare on Elm Street 1, the original, a 7 Freddy claws out of 10. It is a really good movie. I definitely recommend watching either this Halloween, which is coming up, or just any time of the year, to be honest. If you just want a good scare, this is a good movie to go to because, again, it does go into reality a little bit. Of course, I'm doing this review because Wes Craven passed away yesterday of brain cancer. He lost the fight to it, but he fought really hard for a really long time, and just that's a lot of respect for me right there. What I do love about Wes Craven is not the fact that he made one horror franchise, the fact that he did 2. Not only did he do the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, he did Scream. He also did other famous horror movies like Swamp Thing, The Hills Have Eyes, which of course got a remake not too long ago. He was one of the top horror kings in Hollywood because he did keep things interesting. There's really nothing you can say that's bad about him. The fact that he actually took one of his Nightmare on Elm Street films, The New Nightmare, and he made it super meta because he put himself in it, and that the script is, if you haven't seen it, it's really good. It's probably one of my top Nightmare on Elm Street movies. The fact that The New Nightmare makes it super meta, like I said, and the fact that they have like the main first character from the first film and Freddy into real life, and it's really interesting. You should really check it out. It might be on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Check it out, or illegally download it. I do not approve of that. That's not the point. You should really check out The New Nightmare. Of course, anything else you can find from Wes Craven, go on your International Movie Database, IMDb. Check out his entire filmography, and he was a fantastic director, writer, creator, and he'll be missed. So give me a like and a subscribe if you like this video. My name is AI. Remember, write in the comments what movie you want me to review. I'll do it. And again, if you disagree with anything I say here, let me know in the comments. And if you change my mind, I will do a video about it and saying blah, blah, change my mind on this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Beanie incoming. Remember, stay safe out there. Bye-bye.